What's up, guys? Well, I'm just sitting here in the driveway right now. I'm getting ready to spend some money. I'm waiting to spend some money. 3 stacks here with the bands on them, $1,000 stacks. Yep, so I found a guy that had a van that I wanted. It's a GMC Safari all-wheel drive. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Hopefully it's this actual van. Wouldn't that be something if he took pictures of a van and then he shows up with a piece of crap? Anyways, this was a service vehicle. Already got it out in the back. Hey, here it is!
Good, long drive. Where do you want me to park? Literally, I had you smell the salt. God, I was like, wait, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, maybe it's just something good. First when you said that, I thought you were going to come look at it and pay me when I get down here. I was like, yeah, I mean, that's fine. I'll take the money from delivery up front. And then you're like, oh, I ain't even coming out. I was like, oh, I mean, that's fine too. It's up to you. But, no, you're cool. I knocked out the drive and got to see old Route 66. So it was a school in East Peoria. So I always got off of that.
Yeah, man. I mean, at least you get paid if you're going to see something you haven't seen.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, you ain't going to be too bad. I'm getting money. So,
Hell yeah, bro. Cool, dude.
good meeting you, man.
Have a good one, yeah. Good luck with it.
Thank you.
Fun, and,
Yeah, for sure.
dude, yeah, camping's fucking worth $3,000.
For sure, bro. All right, thanks again, dude.
Oh, I made a mess, that's for sure. Oil, antifreeze. Got all the lines pulled out of the radiator. Anyhow, guys, I tore this thing all the way down. Well, not even all the way down yet. I gotta take the alternator off, and I think my water pump was squeaking. So she squeaks. I think it's the AC delete kit. I think that's what that noise was coming from. I don't think it was coming from that. But that's going to get replaced anyway because I'm putting the AC compressor back onto it rather than having the bypass kit. I just don't know if I trust that thing right there. I mean, it's probably fine. It probably really is just fine, but I really would like to have the air conditioner. Yeah, hit the brakes. Yep, see that, friends? Do it again. One more time. All right, that's good. $137,000 miles on it. Check out this, my blower motor. It's got pretty decent tires on there. It's snow tires, actually. See the little snowflakes on there? And they've got little holes in them. So I've got a good set of tires. That's awesome. There's Andy sitting in the chair enjoying the fire heat. This is going to be coat 1 underneath. I'm going to do undercoating. So I'm redoing the fuel lines on the van because they're all rusty and corroded out. Actually, this is it right here. it broke off. It was so brittle. I almost think it had a pinhole in it. It was seeping out gas. I actually believe that because it was wet and it smelled like gas down there. Like I said, guys, when I got this van, I knew I was taking on a project. I mean, you can't expect to buy a van that's about 20 years old and not have to do some work to it. It's not going to be a turnkey on the road ready machine unless it's been sitting in storage or someone's garage or something. But if that's the case, you're really going to pay for it. I'm going to be able to get that over there, and I got to work on it a little bit and get it a little bit. I want to go as straight as I can. Good morning, friends. Well, just a little chat before work. So yeah, I got a van and I didn't even see it, guys. I just told the guy to bring it down. I looked at those pictures and the van was in Belderville, Illinois, which is like 220 miles away. And I was pretty certain I was going to buy it. So 220 miles away, a little bit over 2.5 hour drive, something like that. I thought to myself, what is the point of me driving all the way up north? Because that's originally what I was going to do. I was going to drive up north, take a look at the van, pay him the money for it, and if I liked it, and then follow him back home. Obviously, you guys saw that he trailered it to me, and that was one of the problems I was having, was going to being able to find a ride to go get it. I actually found a van in Springfield, Illinois, the day before this deal happened that I was looking at, and I'm glad I went with the one that I did go with. The van I was looking at was a Chevy Astro van, and this is a GMC Safari van, and I think it's a little bit more tough. The van I was looking at was the year 2000, I believe, which was the same year that I had. That was a 5 lug on the wheels. This is a 6 lug on the wheels, and it's just a little bit more beefier, I think. I think the body looks to be better as well. But yeah, guys, I bought a van without even looking at it. Like I said, I was going to drive all the way up there 2.5 hours. I was pretty certain that I was going to buy it anyway, so like, I figured, what's the point? I know anything I said, like I said earlier in the video, anything that I buy, it's a 2003, I knew I was going to have to do some work to it. I didn't really expect that winding noise or that squeaking, squilling noise to be as loud as what it was. I ran the van without the serpentine belt on, and it was quiet the way it should be running with the serpentine belt on. And I'm actually thinking it's the fan clutch. He said he changed the water pump out, which I believe him, and he put a new radiator in. You can tell it's new. But I spun the water pump with my finger, and you could hear kind of a little bit of a squeak, but I'm not sure that was it. I asked him if he changed the fan clutch, and he said he didn't. So either or, everything down there is getting changed. I was going to change it out anyway. The front brake, I'm having troubles this morning, friends. The unedited version. So yeah, the front brake line there was leaking. Same thing in my old van. I was going to change that out as well. He said he pulled it onto the trailer in the morning and he blew out the line. But looking at those pictures, I don't know how I didn't realize it, but there's puddles on the ground right there, which is never a good sign. But as long as it's not antifreeze, I don't really care. A brake line with a hole in it. The van's about 20 years old. I mean, you can't really expect it to be perfect. So, yep, changing out the brake lines, changing out the fuel lines, changing out the water pump, the alternator. It has new coolant lines on there, but I might change out the heater core lines as well, the hoses. Changing out vacuum lines. I'm pretty much going through the whole thing. I'm going to do an undercoat on the underneath side. You guys saw that stop rust that I have. I went to the store last night and got some brake fluid and some more brake fittings. I'm just about there. I just got to get a couple more adapters for the... I just got to figure out how to, you guys see the in and out right there, the threads. I have to get some adapters or some fittings so I can actually get into the filter. That's where I'm at right now. I got some quick connectors, and then I was looking at the vent box on the fill tank. There's a vent box in one of the, he said he was having trouble with the evap code. And well, in the evap system is what that vent box that sits on top of the fuel tank. I wish I had a picture of it right now, but I don't. Anyways, I can see one of the pieces of the evap system. There's a hole. It's like somehow it got chipped out or whatever. It's like a $40 piece anyways. You can see inside the piece, and there's corrosion inside the piece, and I need to get that little piece changed out. So I'm thinking that very well could have been the problem of the evap system. So anyways, just going through the whole thing, guys. I paid $3,000 for the van, and then the delivery charges was $350. But here's the thing: since it had a blown out brake line, I got $200 off the price. So I got $3,150 in the van. My last van that I bought was $3,800, and you would think that they're a dime a dozen out there, and you can get used ones anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000. That's about what the going rate is. And they're not easy vans to find. I mean, they're out there, don't get me wrong. But I looked at over 100 vans, friends, and I missed out on several vans just because I didn't jump on them right away. And if you want one of those things, I mean, like I said, I looked at over 100 of those vans. You'd think you would just be able to get on listings and just pick one out and go buy it. But it really wasn't. It's really not that easy. People want those vans. There's actually a market for those vans. And the reason I went with that van is because it's an all-wheel drive, and for the price and the affordability, I was going to spend $15,000, $16,000, $17,000 for a full-size van with 77,000 to 115,000, 20,000 miles on it. And who's to say that I wouldn't be doing the exact same thing that I'm doing right now, changing out all the lines underneath of it, changing out the alternator, the water pump. I figured any vehicle that I get that's used, you're pretty much probably going to have to do the same thing as what I'm doing right now. So why just not start out with an older van? I mean, it's got 137,000 miles, I believe, on it. Like I said, it's about 20 years old. So we're just going through it all, guys, and getting it solid. That welding that I was doing, there was a little crack in the sway bar. It really wasn't even that bad. I would have drove it the way that it was, and I wouldn't even been scared to do it. But I welded her up, guys. I actually drilled a hole in there. I put a bolt in there, and then that was really probably good enough. But then I had the welder, so I said, heck with it. I'm going to get the welder out, and I'm just going to weld around the bolt and weld it up even better. So yeah, I trust it. So that's what the welding was about. And went through it the other day and greased it all up, and there's I'm having trouble thinking of trying to think of the part name right now. Dang, I can't think of it, but it has something to do with it's in the front tie rods. Dang it. Anyway, there's just a couple things that aren't taking grease. Just like I said, guys, I'm just going through the whole thing. So, my estimate cost of fix is around $1,500. And, well, I had a really good day yesterday in the market. I took $120 and I turned it into $900. Man, I really wasn't expecting that move to come through like that, but it did. So I should take that money and reinvest it back in the market and make more money with it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that money out, the profit of it, the $900, and I'm going to use that towards buying van parts. So a wide majority of my van parts were bought with that move yesterday that I made. So that feels good right there. That will really help out. And yeah, after we get the van mechanically sound, we'll get it back down on the ground and we'll start the fun stuff, which is the camper stuff inside. But I am enjoying having a project. I like working on that type of stuff. I always kind of have. And the thing right now is I'm going to work, which I'm still... it's kind of crazy that I'm still working at the elevator. I thought I would be laid off by right now, but it's easy money, guys, so you got to take it while you can get it. All right, friends, I appreciate you tuning in. Going to upload this and then head to work for the day.